Is it? So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I just wanted to discuss my what my thoughts are and what my feelings are in regards to the TVs here, um, especially the TVs here where I currently live. That would be Almaty, Kazakhstan, and this would more or less apply to all of Kazakhstan, and possibly also you guys could tell me write down. You guys could write down in the comments if this is the same in your country, but I probably assume most likely it makes a lot of sense that in other third world countries like where I am right now, it would be more or less the same with the quality of TVs, especially especially the smart TVs. Well, with this TV, this is just a normal analog TV, so it doesn't really matter. But what I want, but with the smart TVs, my biggest problem with them, and the way they're sold, and in turn, when we get our actual hands on the product and test them out as the consumers, the problem is with them. I noticed, and I advise you to be careful if you ever come to live in, for example, here in Kazakhstan, Almaty, or our third world countries. Be wary that some smart TVs may possibly not allow support for your favorite streaming services, for example, or they might be unusually glitchy than like other smart TVs that you would buy, for example, in first world countries. As an example, Canada, for example, Vancouver, Canada. So basically, my main gripe with the smart TVs here are with the streaming services. For example, in the settings, most smart TVs should allow you to change the location of where you're located, but with here, I noticed some of them that I've tried out did not allow for this change in the settings, and the feature is not working properly. So for example, you would be able to see, for example, on the different like country selections, on which country you would want to select as your location. And for example, you for example watch, for example, Disney Plus as one of the streaming services that you use, for example, on a frequent basis, and you want to change, for example, your country, for example, to let's say for example you want to change it to for example Germany, or for example France, because there's some because as you know, for example, Disney Plus is available, for example, let's say like London and some city in France, for example. I don't know, maybe probably Paris, for example. But when you go to change that setting, and you come back later on, or you just check if it's been set properly. And the strange thing is, you notice that no, it hasn't been set properly, and it hasn't really changed to a new set location that you assigned it to. So you're kind of bummed out in that situation, for example, because for example, Disney Plus is not available regionally here, for example, in Kazakhstan. It's not available for viewership. But for example, in Canada, the US, the UK, it is available. So then you have a problem. Then your only other made possible feasible option is to get a VPN. But what if you don't have what if you don't have income or budget, and you just can't you just can't afford to allow yourself the privilege of getting a VPN, for example, and you don't want to risk getting a free VPN, because the free VPNs are usually not very good in terms of their quality of service, and for even if something does happen that could be a big technical or a problematic issue, the customer service is usually not very good, and it's not the most reliable. So your peace of mind is very most likely going to be under stress, because the quality of service at the end of the day is just not on par, and is not very good compared to Disney Plus, for example. Disney Plus's like supported VPNs, or for example Hulu supported VPNs, like the major worldwide ones that are available in tons of locations, and that are company certified by many major organizations and many different sponsorships and individuals that use them on an active basis, like many YouTubers do also. Like for example, here are a couple of the major ones, but for example, ExpressVPN, NordVPN, also I believe CyberGhost is another one. So those ones, you get the deal basically. You get the deal on which ones you of course would want to strive for to get, if you can allow yourself to either get a subscription or a free trial of it, if they provide one, of course. But yeah, basically, if you can't get a VPN, so you're out of luck essentially. If you can't get a VPN, especially the brand recognized ones, like I just previously mentioned, you're essentially out of luck, because you won't be able to watch your service, Disney Plus. Like that's the experience outcome that I had. So yeah, I wasn't able to watch Disney Plus, but luckily I had a VPN, so it would work. So it ended up working out at the end of the day. So I was able to continue watching Disney Plus. But I've also noticed another strange error that might occur with you, even though I've had it on a couple occasions, but luckily I sorted it out and fixed it, and it kind of partially also was able to get fixed by itself. I guess that also might be a factor of luck, but I was essentially able to continue watching my service of Disney Plus. But basically the minor error and glitch that I had was that even sometimes when even you do have your VPN connected to your device, like for example, and the quality of service one, the brand recognized one, like your, for example, your ExpressVPN or your NordVPN connected to whatever devices, want to watch your streaming services as an example, or you just want to protect your privacy because you're in a, for example, you're in a sensitive location current in that country, and you don't know what sketchy things could happen with the locals there, since for example you're just a tourist, for example. So that is also like a very, very bad thing that could happen, since even though you have your ExpressVPN or NordVPN connected, there's a weird error and glitch, for example, with Disney Plus that I had a couple of times that I noticed for. But even though you would set your VPN location to a different country than the one you're located in. For example, I'm in Kazakhstan and I set mine to, for example, New York in the United States, for example, and it's still for some reason, when I open the Disney Plus app service, for example on the smart TV, especially here in the third world country, smart TVs, a frequent problem that occurs and that could be problematic here with your smart TV is that essentially your VPN and your new location IP address is not recognized, even though it says on your device that technically your VPN is connected. So there's no reason necessarily why it shouldn't be recognized. So then you're also out of luck, and it really sucks. So I just wanted to warn you guys about that issue and be wary about that. So maybe consider getting getting a monitor, and if you have a PC or laptop, just connecting it to a monitor and watch your movies and shows and live streaming services that way, as those could be a lot more reliable, and it's more or less the same in all the countries around the world, as far as I can tell from my experience. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's basically the end of the video. I just wanted to inform you about that because it's a unique problem and a unique error that I've encountered that possibly a lot of people don't consider and a lot of people don't think about when they visit a new country as a tourist, for example. And I believe it could be very useful and very helpful because I'm sure it's a bummer for many people, more or less everyone. You know, they want to watch a show that they like, they want to get their entertainment that they were used to in their previous country, but they can't access it, and that could be very frustrating. And you don't deserve to experience that, because why should you? At the end of the day, when it's technically solvable and preventable, and if other countries can have the problem under check and not be as prominent, then why should the country that you visit have that same problem? So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like the advice and this information that I provided in this short commentary information video today, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, and comment if you'd like.